What if I told you guys that your makeup bag is more powerful than you think? People talk about buying makeup all the time, which again, it's fine as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. But half the time, the thing that you want or the thing that you're thinking of in your mind probably already exists in the collection of makeup that you already have. Or maybe it's like a couple products that make the one thing that you're kind of looking for. How often are you guys rediscovering what you already have? If you're new here, hi, my name is Miss Megan. I've been doing makeup for 15 years. 13 of them I worked for MAC, so I was constantly being told by you guys that you needed something new, that you had to have something, and that something in your collection wasn't working. And then I would be like, may I? Do you have your makeup bag on you? May I see inside of it? And I would be like, oh. I'm like, the brown eyeshadow that you're asking for, I'm looking at a brown. So like, why is this brown eyeshadow not working for you? And it's funny because some people are kind of like intense about like, well, I'm saying I want something new, so I want something new. But I'm like, but you could end up with that new thing and be in the same scenario in a month's time. Now you have two shadows that like didn't work, but you thought that that one was gonna be the one. So I know a thing or two. So I know a thing or two about buyer habits, shopping habits, and kind of like what happens on the internet as somebody who is on it and experienced it on the other side. I feel like doing a pink look today, and in the bottom here, I have all of my Powder Kiss lip products, and up here, I have all Retro Matte liquids. I'm gonna show you, I feel like doing a pink look, and I'm gonna show you sort of like the versatility in your products. I'm gonna do my face, and I'm gonna use a couple things that like I really like using as multi-purpose products. So by the end of this video, you'll at least have some fresh eyes on how you can use your products in different ways. So if you want to see more about that, keep on watching. Where this kind of started from personally was I was so irritated with not having beige blush. Like I quite literally hate a lot of color on my cheek. I like a lot of product. I like a lot of depth. I just don't want color. I don't want to see peach. I don't want to sometimes see pink. Like on my day today, I almost want like a contour shade, but you can't wear contour because it's flat. But anyways, I went back into my product. I'm like, there's gotta be something that I have or like a base I can start with. And I remembered I had this palette here. This is the light cream palette. It's this color here, which it has like this tiniest bit of undertone to it, but it's not really peach, it's not this. And now I'm like, okay, I can build from here. I can figure out what I can put on top to like make it look like how I want. That's kind of where this started. I'm gonna start off by hydrating my skin. This is the Magic Radiance Fix Plus every single day. I feel like changing it up today. I'm gonna put a little bit of strobe cream. This is in Bronze Light. I personally wish it was like bronzier, but again, that's like not the point of the product. I love how strobe smells. Every single one of us, myself included, I am looking at it right now. I have a separate drawer of makeup that I didn't like transfer over to the stuff that's behind me. There could be something in there. There could be beige blush over there. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't actively think about these things, or they're not kind of like in your eye line, that's where like a lot of your makeup can become forgotten. These are Retro Matte liquid lip colors, so they're a liquid lipstick. Are they made for the eyes? No. Have I always put them on the eyes? Yes. Were you even around during 2015, 2016? It was called Divine Divine. Maybe I finished it. No, I did not. It's this one here. Yeah, Divine Divine. Whenever I wanted to wear a pink look, this is what I wore. Because why am I going to put like a pink powdered shadow down that's like not really doing what I need to do? So how can I enhance it or how can I make it better? We're gonna use this to start. Ooh, and then this was the Bling Thing liquid top coat, which is something that for the lips, that I put on my eyes. I'm gonna start with 24-hour eye base, obviously. I'm not doing my brows today because I don't feel like it. So I'm gonna take, this is also expired, but whatever. I'm gonna pop this on my lid. I might have to use my finger for this. And like I would blow it out with, I would have like an off-white kind of in the crease. I'm putting a little bit on my hand and mixing this together. And I'm just gonna blow this out. So the truth is that people use 10% of their makeup collection like 90% of the time, if not more. 5% of their makeup collection 95% of the time. And what I definitely would recommend, I'll show you what I have. This is just from the dollar store, like this like separator thing. It's fabric. This is the stuff I use every single day. And sometimes I'll rotate things out. So if I'm like, you know what, like I'm done with this blush, I'll put another blush in there that I've been like thinking of. So this is also how I can go through product faster. I don't miss things. If I have a thought about a product where I'm like I've been thinking about show gold for the last little bit. And I'm okay, I'm gonna put show gold in there because then I'll create something faster with it. And I think show gold is over in these drawers over here. Really quickly before we go on, this is what I'm gonna look like in the future. I got too caught up in what I was doing. If this sparks anything and you're like, wait, I wanna know more. And you wanna know more about like how to discover new things with your makeup, or discover how things have been going wrong, what's been going wrong, and kind of how to approach them. Make sure you hit the link in my description and join my Skool community. It's totally free to join, and it will give you fresh new makeup eyes. And it was funny because people would come into MAC, especially the locations that I was at, and they would just want to buy something. They would be like, you know, I don't know, I'm just in the mood to buy a lipstick. Okay, cool, love that for you. Or if they started off by saying like, my blank sucks, my eyeshadow sucks, my lipstick sucks, my gloss sucks, I would, you know, start to ask the questions I need to know. Like, why does it suck? Like, how are you using it? Like, what's going on? Like that, just as a makeup artist, like I'm curious because you can get most product to work for you. But if you don't know what you want the product to do, then you're in this endless cycle of like, well, I don't know what I want it to do. Okay, well, that's why it's not working, because you're not like telling the product how to perform or like how to work on you. And there were like a handful of times where people would be like, you just don't want me to buy anything. Like, just let me buy the product. Ugh. And that's where I would go like, that's fine. Like you could buy whatever you want, but like I would be doing a disservice to you to not figure out the problem. Look at that. It's such a pretty pink color. Buy whatever you want. Buy the whole store. I'll just start randomly recommending stuff to you. But like, why would I do that? So this is a liquid lipstick that I'm using as an eyeshadow base. It's stronger, it's gonna last longer. The pigment is there, I didn't have to spend forever blending it. I have May's Rotten palette here. This is a face palette, so these colors technically aren't for the eye area because they lean more into like a pressed pigment. But I'm gonna take this shade here, Acromonium. Can't tell, but it's not fully white. And I'm just gonna use this to blend on the outer edges. Add a little bit more zhuzh. I'm gonna take this Juvia's Place blush. So this is a liquid blush in Blush Lily Glow. And it's lighter and it's got sheen to it. I'm gonna put that in the middle. And makeup has such like, makeup is so detail specific and it's so intentional that the thing that you need to make your makeup look affected is something as small as taking a more glowy pink to highlight here versus having to buy a whole new shadow. I'm like, did this used to stain my eyes? I can't remember. And then I have this Timmery glitter in Dolly Pink. I'm just gonna take my finger and add that to the middle. I love a good, this is like, this shade of pink is my favorite shade of pink. Like it's not super blue, but there's still like a blue base to it. Again, one of my favorite colors. So this is Processed Magenta Chromographic Pencil. This is another reason why I loved, and it's how I got into makeup too, was more leaning on the multi-use side because that's what MAC products were taught as, that's what people used, and I'm talking like early 2000s. So this is a pencil that can kind of be used anywhere. I'm gonna use it on the eyes, but I've also used it on the lips. I cross mine over, I've never had an issue. But obviously if you're a little bit more sensitive, just know yourself, okay? So like you can use lips on the eyes, you can use blush on the eyes. And it's definitely not a new concept when you think about like rouge and putting your same cheek color on your lip and vice versa. Another really easy one is like bronzer can like sculpt the face. It can be your crease shade. Your contour can, you know, go in your crease. Do you need a brown or can you just put your contour bronzer shade on your eyes? A lot of your highlighter products too, like your powdered highlighters, can work as eyeshadow. And I would say that more things work on the eyes than the face because the face has to be dimensional in a certain way. some things can get a little bit weird. So it's not about the actual products themselves. It's the literal possibilities that you have with your makeup collection when you really look at the product for what it is. I have denim stack here, which is the blue. Let's just use that for fun. Because why not? Cute. I want to add a little bit more dimension to the eye, so I'm going to take another Timmery shade. This is in Love is Love, and it has that really cool purple shift. That's what it looks like. I should probably use a brush, but I should use, yeah, I need a brush. Yeah, you can kind of see. Yeah, cute. Oh, look what I just found in my drawer. Dazzle drops. Let's just put those on for fun. This is pink too. This came out 2019, 2018 with these. Let's just, the dropper was not good. I could never get it to come out. Woo. Look at that. Dazzle drops. Yeah. Oh, it was so crazy. Because I had forgot this product existed. I was doing an in-person makeup lesson and she had the Justine Sky highlighter that I can't remember when that came out. I want to say 2017. Used the entire thing up. Like there was just a little edge. I don't know if I have a picture of it. There was just like the edges. I'm going to use Face and Body because I'm trying to finish these 2 bottles. Once you understand texture and undertone, you really can make anything do what you want. Does it take a little bit of practice? Absolutely. Does getting good at anything take practice? Absolutely. But I would always ask yourself, like right before you feel the need to like buy a makeup product, can I make a version of this? And you might be able to make a version of it and then still not be happy and you're like, no, it's really that, then go for it. But at least you can say that you tried. And I think I said this in my other video too, like the version of you that you were back when you bought product 5 years ago is different than the one now, hopefully. But that's why you should revisit your stuff. Like, I don't know if any of you guys remember on TikTok, but I had like a week where I used paint pots because I was like, I used one and I was like, oh, let me use a paint pot every single day, see if I like them or don't like them or how I work with them. It just feels fresh. A lipstick on the cheek. This is Folio lipstick from MAC. I enjoy this one a lot. For the color on me is like a cross between a bronze and a contour. I don't like any of those names. Bronzer, Bronze Tour, Lippy, dislike. I feel like that's the Gen Z version of millennials saying like, if your blush and bronzer had a baby. I blended the foundation with a MAC 170. And for the eyes, I used a MAC 224. And then to blend out this contour, I'm using a BK Beauty 115. It was always funny too, because it's different when you're working on someone and you're just like doing makeup versus getting them product for their real life. Like if there's makeup artists watching, like you have to understand that the person in your chair, if you're just doing makeup on them, you might operate different than when you're curating something for them. I would say one of my best skill sets is curating people's routines. Not just like, yes, I'm very good at color matching, or yes, I'm like really fast at doing makeup. Like that's what I was kind of known for. When it comes to curating a routine that you understand that actually works for you, I would say that's my like sweet spot. If I was doing your makeup, there was nothing that you could just really pick up and be like, I need this, because I'd be like, well, I customized your lip and I customized this and I added like this color in this formula just because I wanted the light to capture differently in one area. Like that's a me artist thing. But if I was creating that version for you in something that you could do, it might look different but still have the same feel. Oh, this would come up all the time. I'm looking for red eyeshadow, and we'd be like, ooh. Because oftentimes you can't really put red pigment on the eye because it will stain. And MAC didn't have like a red eyeshadow. And I was like, well, in theory, I don't have a red eyeshadow. But like, what are you open to? Because I can show you blush, I can show you liquid lipstick, I could show you eyeliner. We just have to alter how we use it to make it work for your eyeshadow. There was a Powder Kiss color. And so like, this is what's funny too. The reason I don't gravitate towards these, oh, Date Maker on the cheek is really cute, is because maybe I didn't replace it. It was impulsive. Maybe it's in my bronzer drawer. And I'm about to take back what I was just gonna say, is because it's not in my eyesight, so I can't see it. But maybe we're gonna use Date Maker. I've also done It's Personal on the cheek. Powder Kiss liquid lipsticks, or liquid lip color, I loved. I wore Impulsive on my cheek all the time. I'm gonna use It's Personal just for fun. I'm going to load it onto my cheek. This is a BK Beauty 114. Yeah. This would be a really pretty base with like Mocha or Blush Baby with it. So there's like just enough pink in this, pink, mauve, whatever, that it doesn't look like, it doesn't flatten this area of my cheek. And again, what I would highly suggest is you would try these things out like before you take off your makeup. What is called shower makeup takes 30 seconds to open this, put it on, blend it in, and just see what it does on your skin. Your brain just need to see yourself do it so that you don't have to think about it. Your brain will solve how to connect it without you like overthinking it. Ooh, let's put Lilac Haze. It looks like that. It's kind of like the thing I put under my brow. Ooh. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Very into it. You think I'm done there? Absolutely not. This is a cream clay eyeshadow from Mob Beauty. I'm gonna take, it's in like a baby pink kind of color, but like muted. I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of this peachy shade. And I'm gonna make an under eye color corrector. So I'm gonna put the peachy one first. I should have used a brush, but it's fine. I also actually really like how that looks. I saw this post, I don't know if you guys saw it, about how this thing, whatever, this trough, this under eye, it's the structure of my face, is like is the new hot girl thing. I actually quite enjoy the shape of my eye under here, especially when I don't have makeup on. That's why I also dislike in between makeup, because I'm like, this looks so silly. Okay. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the Radiance concealer. I'm just gonna use the same brush that I applied the Lilac Haze with. Oh yeah, delicious. I also really liked, so I kind of changed how I've sculpted my face just a little bit, and I've been really enjoying it. Oh, I just thought of another one, kind of for the same part of the face, but this is Face and Body in C7. I'm gonna put a little in my hand, and I'm gonna put a little bit of the Lilac Haze. So I have this little concoction in my palm. This is a Nikki LaRose N20, and I'm gonna use this as like a glowy bronzer. Yeah. Anytime a new collection launched, the first thing that I was doing was figuring out, I'm like, okay, cool, that says it's an eyeshadow. Like, what else can I do it? What are the other possibilities for it? How else can I, you know, show people how they can use something? And I think too, what I liked about it in terms of like how I do my makeup and things like that, is it made everything very like unique or specific to me on my face. So you couldn't just be like, oh, I'll take that foundation she's wearing. No. I've done a lot of stuff with it. Face and Body as bronzer. Now with the Lilac Haze, get out of here. Because the little bit of purple that's in it will tone down the intensity, because C7 is very dark. Ooh, I think that is staying out. I think that might be, that's staying out. Do you see? We're discovering these things together. What am I gonna use for powder? I'm just gonna take C2 powder in Studio Fix and just press this everywhere. And like, listen, you don't have to listen to me at all. You could be like, well, no, I'm still gonna buy everything. I wanna buy everything. That's fine. But what I'm saying is you have an opportunity to do something or try something that can be really inspiring, make you really happy, make you rediscover things. For those of you that want to save money, save money. I talk about things like this a lot on my Skool platform, and you have an opportunity to train your eye. And I believe this week there's a video that will be coming out, I don't know what day, where I talk a little bit more about this. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on that. I just think it's an opportunity to elevate yourself in doing something like this. And you don't have to be good. I didn't start out good. I'm originally self-taught. I knew nothing and my eyeliner was awful and I couldn't blend. What was a crease color? Didn't know her. What was foundation? Didn't wear her. I just wore eyeshadow. So it's just to say, had I not started experimenting with stuff, I wouldn't be here with you guys today. Is experimenting gonna make you a makeup artist? Maybe not. You don't have to be. You just have to experiment so that you know what you like on your face. Okay, lip. This is Enoki from the Lip Tensities. This is a really awesome shade. I don't know who pulled Lip Tensity, but you made a mistake. And so like, this is what sort of happened because of the makeup look that we have going on. I remembered Enoki. And then on the lip, I'm gonna put Totally Synced. I don't know if this is the new one or the old one. Let's do a little stone for definition, my baby stone. I have many that are open. Ooh, and then I just got the new holiday lip glosses. This is Hint of Mint. I've already used it clearly. It's more icy. It's not, you can kind of see the blue. It's not super blue. People feel stuck because they think that makeup has like these hard borders, and they do. There are rules that apply, which is what makes great makeup. But in terms of what you can experiment with and what you can try, you're not going to know until you do it. You want to learn how to actually like use what you have and stretch your makeup collections, or you're just frustrated and you want to like revamp how you see makeup, make sure you hit the link in my description and join my free Skool community. It will give you a new outlook on makeup. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. This one was very fun for me. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a post. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram so you don't miss any Miss Megan news. Let me know what your favorite multi-use product is, or if this is like totally blowing your mind, you're like, I've literally never considered that or considered it to the level that you just experienced. Let me know in the comments below. Don't be late for school, and until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.